My thoughts on gambling. Alright, guys, we're about to watch what's the real lifestyle of a gambler. Let's get into it.
You should gamble. That's right, I said it. You all should gamble so you learn firsthand how stupid gambling is. Here's the stitch with gambling.
Yeah, it is. It is very stupid, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Most of the part it is.
Okay.
Basically, you're just wasting money there. You're just putting a lot of money there, bro. And eventually, you're gonna get it back. But just eventually, okay? Some things, most of the time, people lose.
Here's the stitch with gambling, okay? Gambling is only fun if you don't understand math. Humans have been gambling since the dawn of whenever money was invented.
Yeah, bro. Actually, that's true. Like, that's a really old addiction, the gambling, bro. Of course, back then, money didn't exist at all, but they have their own money. They have their own currency.
I mean, just take one look at the Las Vegas Strip and you will immediately understand how lucrative the gambling industry is. They built the Statue of Liberty, the Eiffel Tower, and Caesar's Palace all on the same street.
Yeah, bro. Like, I think definitely Vegas is the craziest city to gamble, bro. Okay, I mean, we all gonna be agree on that, okay? Every single people who wants to gamble, they go straight to Las Vegas. Okay, there's no other place in the world that you can enjoy more of that or have more fun doing it than Vegas. It's just massive, bro. It's just a lot of casinos. It's just a lot of things. Okay, it's just something massive in Las Vegas. You know, most of the people go crazy. It's gambling, bro. Like, what do you expect? Most of the people they don't have like own
Gambling is
value or sense of money. That's why you're gambling, because you don't have sense of money.
everywhere in Las Vegas. As soon as you step off the plane, you're bombarded with slot machines in the airport. Are you kidding me? You can't wait to gamble? As soon as you step off the airplane, you just immediately go, I gotta win big! Look, I understand
Bro, that's so fucking true. That's so fucking true. This is a real story, okay? I had a friend that made a quick stop on Las Vegas, okay? He was going to Seattle. He made a really quick stop in Las Vegas just and only to gamble. I feel like that's crazy. You can have a gamble machine inside the plane when you're in Las Vegas, bro. I'm not lying to you. That could happen. I wouldn't be surprised. If you will be surprised, there's a lot of freakness, bro.
People gamble. I get it. I play Magic the Gathering, and opening up a booster pack and not getting any expensive cards is the exact same feeling as losing your entire life savings. The first time I gambled, I was in Australia for VidCon. After the convention, me and a bunch of mates went to a bar, and I found out that there was a casino attached to it. And I thought, perfect, I'm in a different country.
Bro, listen. That's the worst thing can happen. Okay, I think that's a very dangerous mix, okay? You can't put alcohol and a casino together on the same spot. Because we all know what is gonna happen. We all basically know what is gonna happen, okay? Because that's the thing, like you're putting two fucking addictions next to each other, bro. So you can go in a buckle. You go, you get your drink, and then you see the casino, bro, and you're gonna be like, fuck, I wanna waste more of my money on this. Like, you're drunk as fuck.
So my parents will never find out that I gambled. Plus, I'm of legal age and independent. Let's get our gambling freak on! I was only comfortable asking my friend Moz to borrow some cash because I feel like if a friend asks, hey, can I borrow some money to gamble with? You're never gonna see that money or that friend ever again. All Moz had was a $5, which is...
Yeah, definitely don't. Listen, if you're gonna gamble, I really feel like you should not ask to borrow money. Man, you can lose at gambling. Like, I have to remember people that this is not something that you will get it back 100%, bro. So, yep. I don't know. You tell me.
Australian for $5. So I only got one chip to gamble with. And I decided to spend that one chip on roulette. Because that's the only game I knew how to play.
Bro, that's
so
true.
How to...
That's literally the only game that you can make money without even like understanding the whole casino process. Roulette is the easiest because it's just basically about, yeah, use luck. You don't even have to calculate anything. You just throw the fucking little ball, and I'm pretty sure that if you bet on black, you get more money than if you bet on red.
To play blackjack, but I know there's a mathematical algorithm for the best, most perfect way to play, so I don't know how to play blackjack, you know? And poker is too intimidating. I can't deal with people hyperanalyzing my facial expressions to see if I'm bluffing. I already know I'm a bad liar. And
Bro, that's so crazy. I mean, I feel like if you have to, like, if you go to the casino, you're gonna play poker, all this shit, you also need to be an actor, bro. You need to be a good actor as fuck. Because if you flick just for one thing, or if you move your eyebrow for a second, they will realize it, bro. You can do literally no expressions when you see your card because you're gonna be fucked. They're gonna know what you have. So it's not that easy. It's not all. That's what I'm saying. Not all people can gamble. Like, you know, you have to be professional on it.
Last time I actually played poker was with Luigi on my DS. Here's some honest strategy for the game roulette, okay? Sometimes a roulette table will have a TV screen that gives you stats for hot numbers at the table. Like it'll say, Red 23's been poppin', it's been hit 14 times today. Ignore those statistics. Every square at a roulette table has an equal chance of hitting regardless of whatever the previous numbers were. Just ignore those stats and always bet odd. So,
he passed right here to give us a example of the fucking gamble. He wanna bet odd. Odd is like the easy, like, it's like the highest way, I will say, you know? Odd. So, you're gonna be based on luck on these kind of games, okay? It's not like there's some other games that you're gonna need more, probably like more theory, more, you know? All this kind of stuff. But this is basically luck.
Bet odd. So, with just one chip to my name, I was able to turn that single chip into 200 Australian dollary dues. Oh yeah! Oh, I'm feeling it! Oh, the gambler's high! Oh, I'm not sure about your investment.
Bro, you get used like that. I swear, that's what I'm saying. Like, you just get like that. Actually, this is a real first time reaction of a real gambler winning for the first time. So, I swear you're gonna be like that if you do this, and those that have won before for the first time, or even that have won that much, will understand this shit.
But a 4,000% profit is very good. I could have kept going, but I really wanted to rub my winnings into Maz's face. I cashed out my chips, went back to the bar, and then slammed the 2 hundos on the table and said something cocky like, "How about them cheeky buggers, mate?" And Maz was like, "Did you just win those 200 wibbly wobbly dollary dues?" "Yeah, and it's all mine." And Maz went, "Hey, you still owe me 200 Australian dollars for that other thing I did for you." "Oh. Yeah, I guess I do owe you that.
You got fucked, bro. If you owe money, that's what I'm saying. I said it, okay? If you're gonna go gamble, bro, I'm telling you, don't borrow money. You don't need to borrow money, bro. Never borrow money if it's not for a bank. If it's from a bank, cool. Do it. It's a bank. But a friend? No, because that's gonna be bad. Because you know what's heavy, bro? You know what's really fucked? For example, when a friend of mine asked me for $300, $200, and I gave it to them, and then there's 2-3 weeks they haven't paid me back, and then I just see this friend posting a whole story with his girlfriend on Instagram, enjoying his beautiful dinner on his private jet with his beautiful girlfriend, and he didn't give me my $300 back.
Then he scooped up my 2 Australian hundos that I was just rubbing in his face. It's an anomaly that my very first casino experience was so positive. It was like the devil himself was tempting me to continue gambling. See? Gambling lets you pay off your debts. Never stop. That, or I'm
That's literally the worst addiction ever, bro. This is real. If you guys humble for the first time 20 to 30 bucks, if you guys can multiply that and fucking 200, 300, or 500, I swear of God, you guys gonna have a different perspective about money, because you're making so much money on that moment just by one play that you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Why am I working right now? What am I spending my whole life from a 9 on 5 when I literally can be gambling all day on this fucking casino and make a lot of money? But no, it's not like that. People think it's like that, but it's not like that.
Just really good at Australian roulette. This is probably how people get addicted to gambling, huh? Casinos are designed to make you stay in them for as long as possible. There's no clocks or windows, so you can't see how late it's getting. Chips are used so it doesn't feel like you're spending money. And there's supposedly free alcohol, but I guess they run out whenever I show up. But even knowing all the ways casinos manipulate you, it's kind of fun just being inside a casino. All the lights, the old ladies at the slot machines smoking away their already decaying.
I feel like it's easy. It's really easy, constantly easy to spend around 24 hours inside a casino because you have sense of the time. You lose completely sense of the time when you're inside a casino, bro. So you feel like you're really like playing for 5-10 minutes a game. You actually spend like a whole hour. So that's the thing. You can be 24 hours inside a casino. You know that. You guys know that. The house is always gonna win. The house is always gonna win.
The people crying in the bathroom because they have a gambling addiction, it's great. Hey, buddy, don't worry, you're gonna win next time, I'm sure of it. To counter the life-ending stressors, though, people will give the advice, if you're gonna gamble, have a set budget and just assume you're gonna lose it all. But I couldn't even do that. Not the sticking to a budget part. I couldn't bring myself to gamble away my allotted budget. When I went to Vegas, I told myself I was only going to gamble $300. But after I lost $200, I thought to myself, yeah, I don't think this is a good investment anymore. One time I was on a slot machine and I got the 5 buffaloes in a row or whatever, and I got the chance to win a jackpot. There was a mini game on the slot machine where I had to flip over tiles that had either bronze, silver, or golden apples. And if I flipped over 3 golden apples, I'd win the golden jackpot. And if I flipped over 3 silver apples, I'd get the silver jackpot, and bronze apples gave the bronze jackpot, which was the lowest jackpot. The gold jackpot was $5,000. So I flip over the first tile, and it's a golden apple. And I think, whoa. Then I flip over another tile, and it's
Okay.
another golden apple. And that's when I got the feeling. Oh my God. I might actually win $5,000.
Bro, you start getting, I swear of God, you start getting cold. When you're about to win something, you feel it. You feel it, okay? You feel it. This is something that it's just like a coldish feeling that is all over your body, bro.
I flip over 3 bronze apples in a row, winning the lowest jackpot. I don't even remember how much it was because I spent it all on the very same slot machine. And I immediately knew what happened. The game was dangling that golden jackpot right in front of my face, making me think I was 1 golden apple away from making it big, even making me pick which tile to flip over so it would make me feel more in control. When the whole time the computer could just change what was on the tile that I flip over because it's a computer. It can cheat. It's Schrodinger's jackpot.
It's a computer. Like you're playing against a computer. It's like AI, okay? They don't want you to win. They want you to win on a certain point. You have to spend certain amount for you to win. That's what basically casino is. And most of the time, you're always gonna lose.
Just got really bad luck. That very day, I was walking through the casino and I saw a guy playing on the same slot machine, and he got to the same jackpot minigame. And I stopped to watch him, and the exact same thing happened. He flipped over 2 golden apples and then 3 bronze ones. I don't know what the statistics are of that happening twice, but it's mighty coincidental. Why are we still gambling if the majority of people who gamble lose all their money? Because it's fun. It's a stupid way to spend your money, absolutely, but the rush, man! In Australia, there were multiple times where I could have lost all my money, and statistically I should have, but whenever an odd number was hit, I couldn't help but throw my hands in the air and celebrate.
It's like a serotonin, bro, okay? Not that many people can explain it, guys. Yes, it's like you feel like a drug. It's like an addiction, gambling. It's like you feel like the money's gonna come and go fast. And that's the worst. That's the worst because it's not like that. Never go like that. Easy money comes, easy money goes. That's a rule. You guys have to follow the rules of life with money. You guys have to follow the rules of life with money.
I was hugging the dealer over winning $20. However, no matter how many times you win the jackpot, if you spend enough time in a casino, you will always lose. Ever hear the phrase, the house always wins? That's because they have the mathematical advantage and computers who cheat. Gambling is not an investment, it's not a way to pay off your debts, it is entertainment. If done responsibly and in a social setting, gambling is absolutely fine to indulge in. And if you get upset that you lost all your money, what did you think was gonna happen?
Of course. Exactly. Guys, there's just like that. There's no other way, basically. I'm sorry to tell you guys. If you were thinking to get out of poorness or get rich by gambling, yes, I don't think that's gonna happen. But you can still always try, you know? Life is a gamble at the end of the day. I'm not telling you to gamble, but hey, you already saw a video. I already showed you a video, okay? So you can use decide by yourself from now on. But I will tell you, if you like fun, if you like rush, if you like all this kind of stuff, do it. Why not?